Alright, let's dive into something that's been making waves in the political sphere lately. So, Todd Blanche has been confirmed as the U.S. Attorney General after weeks of what can only be described as political drama. But here's the thing, this isn't just another appointment. What makes this really interesting is the context surrounding Blanche. He's not just any Attorney General, he's President Donald Trump's former personal attorney. Personally, I think this detail alone raises a ton of questions about independence, loyalty, and the future of the Justice Department. First off, the confirmation vote was razor-thin, 50-49. Only 2 Republican senators, Susan Collins and Lisa Murkowski, voted against him, which is pretty telling. In my opinion, their opposition wasn't just a random act of defiance. It highlights deeper concerns about Blanche's ability to separate his past role as Trump's lawyer from his new position as the nation's top law enforcement official. I mean, if you take a step back and think about it, how can someone who's been so closely tied to Trump's personal and political interests suddenly be expected to act impartially? One thing that immediately stands out is the so-called Anti-Weaponization Fund. This fund, which Blanche was involved in setting up, was essentially a $1.8 billion pot of money that could have been used to compensate Trump allies who claimed they were victims of government overreach. What many people don't realize is that this fund could have potentially benefited individuals involved in the January 6 Capitol attack. Now, Blanche did agree to rescind the fund to secure his confirmation, but here's the kicker, there's still a legal loophole that could revive it. From my perspective, this isn't just a bureaucratic detail. It's a red flag about the potential misuse of taxpayer money for political retribution. What this really suggests is that Blanche's confirmation isn't just about filling a position, it's about the broader implications for the Justice Department's independence. Critics, like Senator Adam Schiff, have been vocal about their concerns. Schiff said, and I quote, "He will never do what's best for the American people. He will only do what's best for Donald Trump." Personally, I think this hits the nail on the head. If the Attorney General is seen as an extension of Trump's personal interests, it undermines the very foundation of the Justice Department as an impartial enforcer of the law. A detail I find fascinating is Blanche's statement to NBC News back in April. He said Americans should be happy with Trump's involvement in the Justice Department's operations. Now, I don't know about you, but that statement raises a deeper question. Should the president have such direct influence over the DOJ? Historically, attorneys general have been expected to act as a check on presidential power, not as an enabler. This shift in dynamics is something we've seen before with Trump's previous attorneys general, like Jeff Sessions and William Barr, who both left under pressure to act on Trump's behalf. If you take a step back and think about it, this pattern of appointing loyalists to key positions isn't just about Trump's personal preferences, it's about consolidating power. And that's where things get really concerning. Former federal prosecutor Lori Levinson put it bluntly when she said, "There are no guardrails." In my opinion, this lack of checks and balances could lead to the Justice Department being weaponized against political opponents, which is a dangerous precedent for any democracy. So, where does this leave us? Blanche's confirmation is more than just a political victory for Trump, it's a test of the system's ability to maintain accountability and independence. Personally, I think the real question moving forward is whether Blanche will be able to rise above his past associations and act in the best interest of the nation. Or will he become another example of how the lines between personal loyalty and public duty can blur? What do you think? Is Blanche's confirmation a cause for concern, or is it just business as usual in Washington? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And if you found this analysis interesting, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more deep dives into the stories that matter. Thanks for watching.